Greetings, I'm Hondo, and this is my review of the Spaceman Meridian. The signal chain for the Soundclips is going to be on the screen right now, and don't forget to check out the description box below for some affiliate links that help out the channel a ton. Starting up here, the volume knob controls the overall volume of the pedal. Then beneath that, the regen knob is one of the coolest parts of the pedal in my opinion. This knob brings in those cool flange-like sounds and can create some pretty wild textures when it's turned up. The mix knob controls the blend of the affected and dry signals like you would expect. Then the rate knob controls the speed of the modulation, and the width controls the intensity of the modulation. Speaking of modulation, the switch up here at the top controls the wave shape of the modulation, and there are basic sine on the left and then triangle in the middle. Then on the right you have what Spaceman is calling the flux, which is kind of like a sample and hold or a random type waveform, which is really cool. And then lastly, my favorite control on the whole pedal is this time knob up here. And this delays the focus of the modulation by a really small amount, but it can create some really like enveloping, kind of almost like pseudo stereo sounds that aren't like any other choruses that I've heard before. If you like to have expression controls, there's a TRS expression jack here, and if you don't change anything on the inside of the pedal, the rate will be controlled by the expression. But if you want to control the width, you can open up the pedal and then toggle a dip switch to change it over. It would have been cool if the dip switches were on the outside so you could access them a little bit easier, and it would have been kind of cool to have control over the regen and the time knobs with expression. That would have been fun, but this is an analog pedal and doing all that stuff is probably asking too much, and even if it were possible to do, it probably would have driven the price of the pedal up, and honestly I'd rather have the more affordable version of the pedal than to have it be more expensive just for those two extra features. This pedal blended really well with an octaver, some nice kind of long tail reverb combined with delay, and then also it made a really interesting kind of driven sound. So check these bonus clips out and then let me know what you think down in the comments. There are lots of options out there right now for bass choruses, but I will say I played a bunch, and this is one of the first ones that I played that did both a good job of keeping the low end and allowed me to make some very interesting and weird sounds. So if you're into like shoegazy or like ambient type stuff, this pedal can get all kinds of weird out there types of tones. But at the same time, if you just need a good modulation for playing some stuff in a more kind of classic band type of scenario, you can also do that. So if you're in the market for a bass chorus, this is definitely one you shouldn't pass up because it can kind of do everything. But that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and feel free to check out the Discord, which has a link in the description. We always have a good time over there. And I hope you're staying happy, and I hope you're staying healthy. And until the next one, take it easy.